Moderators of today's sessions. So, Cambodia is one of the South Asia's countries with a population of more than 16 million people. And today, World Vision in Cambodia will host a sessions under the topic of Smart Axiata supports World Vision's Youth Development Program as a corporate partner. So today, we are delighted to have our both guest speakers who are the representative from World Visions and Smart Company. So, how have you been?
Good, thank you.
Okay, so could you please introduce yourself to our listeners?
Thank you. Good afternoon. I am Jing Satsam Pratna. I'm the Senior Technical Specialist for Adolescent and Youth Participation for World Vision Cambodia.
And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Momanari. I'm a CSR and Sustainability Specialist at Smart Axiata.
Okay. So since today's our topic is about discussing the program that initiated by World Visions and covered by our local company, Smart Company. Yes. So the first questions go to Mohammed. So what is World Visions working around adolescents and youth nowadays?
Actually, World Vision Cambodia have prioritized adolescent and youth as the core component in our program. But for background of Cambodia, we have one in three's population of young people under the age of 30, and I think they are very potential young generation, and it's very important to equip them with the right skill and development asset to be the futures leaders for Cambodia. And for World Vision Cambodia, the adolescent and youth participation have integrated in all our program, not only in child protection but in also education and nutrition. And we've been here for over 50 years already, from emergency response to developmental work. So this is what we focus and also Cambodian young people, they also traumatized from the experience of conflicts, as Cambodia is a post-war country.
Exactly.
We've been in a lot of conflicts, and I think young people have traumatized, and we developed a specific curriculum on the peace road, on developing positive relationship with young people and adults.
So I'm very interested that you have highlighted a very big scale of youth development program. So may you tell us a specific program that you have partnered with the Smart Axiata?
So today we discuss more on our partnership with Smart Axiata that support Impact Plus project, and Impact Plus is one of our adolescent and youth participation program, and it's focused on how we can support young people, especially adolescent, age from 12 to 18, that they transit to adulthood. So when they are 12 to 18, I think the age of transformation, not only their physical but also their mental. So it's very important for them that they equip with the skill they need. So we have like life skill curriculum that support on active citizenship, positive relationship, understanding about informed choices in their life, and also they have the opportunity to work with the community through community projects that initiated by their own club members. So this is what we focus on in Impact Plus, and fortunately we have Smart Axiata as part of the corporate partners.
So back to Nari, because I think it's very interesting that the local corporate have decided to partner and supported the youth development in Cambodia. So why is it important to support the local project like World Vision? So why is
Thank you so much for the question. Like Bokratam mentioned as well, it's very interesting and also good to start supporting the local community from the start. I can say that at Smart, sustainability is one of the central part of the business, where we work to empower family and also community to do the positive way and also sustainable way to support all the impacts that can be happen in the Cambodia. I think one of the reasons to support Impact Plus is also about dynamic life skill through experiential learning education. Like Bong mentioned, it's on not only about youth club encouraging one another, but at the same time, the student and also children from different age can they can raise their voice, their concern to address the challenge or issue happening in their community as well. And they can open up their mind to more perspective of the community where they should support and why they should do so as well. Is that very one of the interesting?
That's really great.
Yeah, so actually what Smart is doing right now is a part of CSO program.
Yes.
Right? So may I know what is the pathway of local company like Smart's designs capacity for CSO to have more impact to the community?
Thank you so much. I think it's not only about the local community or local development. At the same time, at Smart, we have 4 pillars, but I would mention one, which is the planet and society sustainability. It's actually cover on the 4 different areas like education, we have tech innovation, we have environment, and we have sport as well, which is at Impact Plus we have more into education and also sport at the same time to encourage all of them to actually learn and also enjoying some of the sport program as well. And at Smart, we want to work and also align with the royal government to support the economy and also contribute to the society at the same time, where we can grow and also going on together. Yes.
So why World Visions? Why does Smart choose World Visions as a partner?
Yeah, I can say we've been working with World Vision more than 4 years already, including One Go program and also currently, which is the Impact Plus. And we can say that we have been a good relationship together, whereas we can see World Vision and especially the Impact Plus, they go on ground to the field directly, and I used to go there once in Kampong Chnang province, where we can see the student and also they're very young, they quite competitive and at the same time confident. Not only girls, but at the same time boys from different age. They come together, they work together, and I can see the improvement from time to time that they able to speak out, they able to address or maybe sharing their idea, opinion as well.
I think I remember back in 2017 when we started our program, as Nari mentioned. It's called One Goal, and at the time we started to think how we can engage with corporate partners to support our initiative on youth development. And I think we've seen Smart doing a lot of supporting sport activities, and we at the time we use sport as a tool to support young people. Especially, I think we try to focus more on the children from rural area. They face more difficulties, and they have the opportunity to expose to new learning and through sport. And at the time we pilot in 3 locations in Cambodia, we asked whether Smart would like to support with our partner, and from that time we started to see the potential of how can local companies support in such initiative.
Yes, this is quite impressive, the narration of how Smart and World Vision is cooperating with each other since the beginning. Okay, so as I knew that the Impact Plus is helping the children with a number of 120,000 children. So this is quite, it's a huge number. So what is the challenge for World Visions to deal with all of them during the program?
I think working with young people in general is very challenging, and as I mentioned, developmental stage, and they develop physically, they started to explore new things and want to learn new things, and at the same time there's also risk, whether they involve such activity that bring harms to not only themselves but to the communities, and we see the potential working with them, and I think it's require a lot of commitments, especially from our field staff. When we talk with our field staff, those who work directly with the young people, they mention that they spend more time on the weekends. So normally we work on Monday to Friday, and when they co-internet project with young people, they also needs to make sacrifice on their weekend sometimes to support them. But I think not only about time, but it also about sometimes young people are very initiative. Like they always propose new ideas, and sometimes we also learn from them. And our field staff need to be ready, like dealing with young people, communicate with young people. We are not there to only teaching them, but to also learn and impress how we can actually see their potential. So that's quite challenging, and I think in general.
Despite challenges that you have observed and also you yourself engaged in managing this project, so what is the life-changing impacted from this program for young people?
I think we targeted more than 20,000 young people across Cambodia, and it's a very huge project. And we can see, but the important thing is, as you mentioned, we also see the stories of change. Like how they have been transformed from, for example, in I remember in Battambang province, one of the province in Cambodia, there's a young girl who travels like more than 10 kilometers every day to go to the field and join our program, and we actually provide a lot of support. And there's a story in our publication as well, how they have changed from a very shy and inactive in the community, and how to becomes like good friends and communicate better with the others. And I think there's a lot of small things that change. I would like to take this opportunity as well, like when we cooperate with Smart Axiata, and our first time that we organized the national tournaments. I think some young people, they have never been to the city. When we organized the tournament, we brought young people to Phnom Penh, the capital city of Cambodia, and we organized the accommodation, like guest house, for them to stay. And they didn't even know like the showers, the stuff like that, and the pools that they can enjoy, and they see a lot of new things. And I think like those exposure learning, thanks to a partnership with Smart, we have cooperated with Phnom Penh Crown, football clubs, and they have the opportunity to expose to this learning. And I think that's a life-changing experience, and individually and as a whole, I think they would contribute to the community.
Exactly, because this is quite impressive, and also actually for children, for those that they are living in rural area, they don't have this kind of opportunity to encounter such experience. Because what I knew from children, like especially from poor background, their parents, they are not able to support to have like education or well prepared education for them. But thanks to World Vision to bring all of them to have kind of this experience. So what do you think about the importance of local support for social development and projects such as like, for example, your projects?
I think we can answer with both of us. Like I think for World Vision, I think it's very important for local to support, because we work for the local. We want to bring change in our society. And if there's no support from local, not only financial, but like how they can see that our work is for them, and they can change their perspective toward like young people. For example, like young people before, they don't really have their voice in decision making at the community level. The community leaders, for example, they don't really engage young people to bring their voice in. But when we had that opportunity, they support us. They will see that we see young people as agents of change, positive change. So they would see the same. If they see the same, it's part of like the local support our cause, and the change would begin. And I think in terms of financial, I think corporate partners are very important, and they play a very crucial role in how they can develop, like support our development work.
I really agree. You have mentioned about the the big role from the local partners, specifically the corporates. Back to Nari, what do you see about the contribution on behalf of the local corporates like Smart Axiata to partner and provide the financial support to the program, not only with World Vision, but the overall program that Smart has supported a lot of programs in Cambodia as well.
Thank you so much. I think on behalf of Smart and also as a corporate company, it's important to support nurturing the talents to support their education and at the same time their livelihood, so that they can have the fair education comparing to other students or kids from the rural area and also the city. I can see that now most of them are starting to improve their education, also their sustainability or confidence to their education as well. Like Bong Ratana mentioned, they starting to expose to new society where they can share their ideas, their learning experience to their peers, and we also want to be the lead by example, where we contribute to the society, not only like one-off program where it's just one-off and then it's done, but to be a sustainable one where they can grow and at the same time for the future economy of Cambodia. I can say it's just not only Cambodia but entire nations as a whole.
In terms of the partnership from the corporates, what is your idea to look at like a larger scale, whether or not the other corporates should do the same as the Smart is doing right now?
I think maybe taking from Nari mentioned that how Smart have done with social development work, and I think when we talk about CSR, corporate social responsibility, and I think the definition might be different from one company to one company. However, for Smart, as you asked about the pathway, and I think Smart have very specific CSR components and pillars, and I think it's very important for a corporate company to see the same way, like how they can actually contribute to society, not only just doing the charity work, like distribute the meals or materials to the children, but see what the impact and sustainability the program can make and how they can be part of it. And I think doing business is part of solving people problem, society problem. When, for example, when you're doing business, when we ask what is your business trying to solve, right? For example, the telecom company trying to make our life easier and communicate with our loved ones. So I think at the same time, we have to accept that business also affects people in different ways. So how we can contribute, right? So all the companies should have, to me, I think they should have like a very clear pillars and CSR policy to contribute back to society.
Yeah, I think the keyword important one is the nurturing the talents and also keep developing their education so that they can grow.
Yes, most of the important thing is about like the idea of giving back, because I think that most of the corporate companies should have this idea to have the community. Although they have some of the results, they can gain the revenue from the people at their particular fields. But yes, this is a part of giving back to the community and developing more human results.
Yes, true.
So this is quite impressive that Smart, which is a leading telecommunication company, and have kind of this, design a very clear pathway for CSR, especially joining World Visions. So, because World Vision is one of the non-profit organizations, so because right now World Vision is open up to local corporates to join the program. So, may I know what is the difference between fundraising from the international stage and local, national?
I think most of our funding to our program implementation is from international through sponsorship and international donors, agencies, and I think it's very important to keep our program sustained, and also to find a way how we can realize our vision and missions to the most vulnerable children, improve their well-being, to live their life with fullness. But take a look at our local fundraising. I think if we compare the financial support, it would be very huge different.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it's very important to think why we have the local fundraising. Like I mentioned, we work in the local. We need local support.
Yes.
That's very important. That's very crucial. We have even at World Vision Cambodia, we have our community sponsorship where staff can contribute monthly to our local fundraising team, and they have fundraising events that public can contribute individually, but at the same time they have corporate partners, and I think we having corporate partner not only financially, but how we actually can learn from the way how they work as well. When we think about NGO work, raising awareness to the community, teaching the community. I don't want to hear teaching, we have a lot of innovation and we learn a lot from the corporate partner how they work. So we actually can also moving toward that kind of work as well, how we can support the community in a new way.
So yes, to wrap up, World Vision is trying to empower the youth, the next generations, and also have the shared value to the community by expanding the opportunity to the local corporates to join the other program.
Sure.
Wow, this is impressive. And so yes, what is your commitment because not only just one corporation to join the program, right? Because you will be having a lot of more projects in the near future. So what is your commitment and also the strategy to engage with more other local corporates?
I think it's not easy, I would say, to engage and seeking local support, especially in terms of financially. It's quite new to Cambodia culture and context, but what we're trying to do here is at first to let them see our values, our work, and share our value with the others and how they can see that value. For example, if Smart see that value and we share the same value, that's why we work together. And moving forward, I think we will look at how other corporate partner can contribute in any component in our program, whether existing program or maybe it's possible there's always new things to look at. I think if the private company, for example, they're interested in social development and discuss any work that opens new projects or new initiative ideas that reflects to our value, and I think we will looking on that. But in terms of in general commitments, we keep learning and changing the way we work, and I think that's very important. By learning is to explore new opportunity, especially working with corporate partners.
Yes, learning is never end. So back to Ms. Nari, what is your advice to other local corporates in Cambodia? Should they have CSO program as well, or should they have some shared values to give more impact to the society?
I think I would not say it's an advice, but maybe based on perspective and also recommendation when we're looking at the project of World Vision and other project as well. We can see that working alongside with other partner, corporate, non-governmental organization, or maybe related ministry can have the boosting the project and also society, economies and all to go faster than we do it alone. I can say that, and it's not only about financially, but we can be just mutual support. It's either communication or maybe it's an awareness, or at the same time it's a content leverage to the community on ground. Yeah, I can say we encourage one another, and also we can learn from one another, like Bom Pratha mentioned, because because sometimes we're good at this point, but some other organization they are good at other project, or maybe they're good at different areas, so that we can support each other to grow.
So thank you so much for our guest speaker for coming to our sessions today. And this is a quite impressive discussions because the topic is about youth development and also the program that can engage with local corporates. So today our session is coming to an end right now. But if you have any other questions, do not hesitate to drop it down in the text, and then you are welcome to give the answer from our host of our guest speakers. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you to everyone, especially Mr. Pratana and Ms. Wanari for the sessions today. And right now we have 20 people, including me and my partner host here. So because the session is coming to the end, but we welcome the questions for Q&A because our guest speakers is waiting for the questions and also giving the answer right now. So basically, we have two questions for Ms. Nari and Mr. Pratna. For the first question, I would like to read it for you. What does the core calling of Smart Axiata to impact the youth in infrastructures, and how does partnership with World Vision Cambodia support your goals? So, Ms. Wanari, please.
Thank you so much for the question. So happy to see all of us today. So I can say that at Smart, as mentioned, sustainability is one of our central part of Smart business philosophy, and also with the support and also collaboration with Verizon, we can say that we one step closer to reaching our goal to support all the adolescents and also education, especially in the rural area, I can say. And there's a lot of impact happening in the province and also people in the city that they can actually reaching out and also learning about the life skill. Yeah, thank you.
And we also have a question from Jupiter for Mr. Bratanas. So how does World Vision Cambodia ensure and support the corporate partners to establish sustainable impact for the community? So the floor to you, Mr.
Thank you, thank you. I think in the video I have talked quite intensively on how we work together with Smart Axiata, and I think one of the important point to notice here is that the partnership we have with Smart Axiata is a long-term partnership which ensure the impact of sustainability in the communities. We started with different names of the projects. For example, we started with Mazata in 2017 from one goal focusing on sport and adolescent development, and then we move wings to a life skill and transit them to adulthood. So I think the most important thing is to keep our relationship with Smart and understand our shared value. So as mentioned, Smart is the telecom companies. They have a very specific corporate social responsibility program. And as an organization, I think it's also very important for us to understand what they are doing and what is their value and how they can add those value to us and how we can ensure that this partnership is established sustainable is that um, what we work together is that we are not really initiate a short-term project. We can initiate a short-term project that complements to the long-term projects. So Smart have the pillars of their CSR, and we have the technical program that we've been in the community for many years. So how we can take that partnership into developing the existing resources and program that we have in the community. That's the way. And also additional point on that is that we also ensure that Smart also have the voice in our program developments, and then we also can branding themselves as the companies that
think about the future and sustainability and how they position themselves, their brandings to their customer and consumer. So that's how we works, yeah, and ensuring that our partner is to establish. And back a little bit, it's still new. Corporate partners is still quite new to social development works, and we are still learning and together with our partners.
Thank you, Mr. Pratana, for your answer. So, do anyone have any other questions here? Okay, so if there is no other questions, we will end our sessions right now, and everyone is welcome to visit our booth in Cambodia. And yes, so in here we have the booth which is organized by Cambodian side. So please everyone go to there, and thank you so much for coming to our sessions today. And thank you from Cambodia.
Thank you so much, everyone.